I know. All right, so you want it from the top? Tank take 3, okay. Livestock tank take 3, cue the cows. This is the first tank project we did. Here's the spring box. Tomorrow I'm gonna come and weld those panels to them posts, get all that finished up. Looks like we're taking all the water. It's not wet through here like it was earlier. I'm gonna put all that fence up tomorrow, hopefully. I'm just gonna put up some 4-rail continuous, about 16 inches off the ground. And we got a gate that's going in right here by the tank. It'll be pretty nice once we get it done. This tank's been running a lot of water. Frankie wants a drink by chance. And that thing's putting out some nice water. I'll bet it's tasty. There's the overflow for the tank. Goes right back into the draw it started from. So we just basically dried up about 200 yards of the stream, put it into the tank, made a nice clean water source for livestock and wildlife, and it goes right back into the draw, carry on down. All right, well, we're putting up a little bit of continuous fence here at this tank project we did. This tank shares 2 pastures, so there's going to be a lot of traffic on the fence here, and so we decided to go with some continuous fence. A lot of times we keep certain bulls on this side and certain bulls on the other side, and so you know, with just a wire fence, those bulls would get to tearing that up pretty good. And then this hillside here is kind of prone to a lot of snow drifting, and it's pretty tough on a wire fence, so we're going to try some of this continuous to help with that too. So you want the Dan Miller, the welding instructor, comment? I learned how to weld from a veterinarian I worked for. Needless to say, he didn't know how to weld either. Dan always had welding contests, and neither one of us could pass Johnny P. Miller's test. So these tanks that we put in this year have been a pretty neat project. They're made out of components that are probably going to last for a couple hundred years, and at least 2 generations of people will be up here ranching in this area and be utilizing these systems that we put in. The underground pipe is all fusible pipe. We use stainless steel fittings where we needed to. They're just going to last a long time. And then, in addition to that, the tanks themselves are made out of recycled mine truck tires that are cut in half. And then a lot of this pipe that we've used to build the fencing is recycled oil filled pipe also. So it's just good to see, you know, a project that's going to last so long, built out of components that are basically recycled. This particular tank shares 2 different pastures. So a lot of times we'll have heifers on one side that we're breeding with a different set of bulls than the cows on the other side. And so anytime you have bulls across the fence from one another, you're going to have some trouble. So we went with this continuous fence here, and I think that's going to help us keep things together here at the tank. Our other tank that we put in is probably more like 2 gallons a minute this year, but on a normal year, we don't have much of a stream this year, but at this site, but On a normal year, this will really produce well. Probably be about 5 gallons a minute, which is a good amount for this area. And with these big tanks, they store a lot of water. I think we've calculated them to somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 gallons of water. A lot of cattle or a lot of wildlife could come hit this tank at one time and not run it dry. So, and with a flow like that, they're not going to run it dry anyway. So this particular tank looks to me like it's putting out about 20 gallons a minute, so which is gobs plenty. Oh man, that's good. So this water's doesn't ever come in contact with any surface contamination, and the perforated pipe that comes to the collection box is all buried. So the water filters down through the formation and then in through the soil and the aggregate that we put around the perforated pipe, and then into the collection box and through the pipeline in here. So, you know, if anybody, hunters or ourselves, coming by, you know, we'll probably hang a cup here and you'll be able to get a drink here, you know, at both this tank and the other one that we put in this year. So just nice to have a freshwater source for everybody. When you get an opportunity to do something like that and it benefits the livestock and it benefits the wildlife, it's just well worth doing.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.